The thought of falling off a handstand is always very scary, especially for beginners. And then the problem with this, it will limit your potential to progress with your handstand practice. You will always end up getting stuck on the wall, and then you don't have that confidence to practice at the center of the room. Or sometimes you cannot even do your wall drills properly because you're just so scared to go closer to that wall. So in this video, I will teach you how to bail out safely in 2 levels so that you can practice your handstand drills effectively, and then you can maximize your progress with it. And then at the same time, you will end up having that confidence of kicking up at the center of the room without any problem because you already know how to bail safely. So let's get started. Hi, this is Michelle from Umove, and then welcome to our handstand tutorial series. And then in this series of videos, I will be teaching you how to do handstands as a beginner. So if you have any questions or any comments or suggestions on the topic that we will cover, please leave it in the comment section below. Let's go. Fear is always inversely related to the skill of the practitioner. That means the better or the higher your skill level is, the lesser fear you will have in practicing a certain movement. And in handstands, it's exactly the same thing. So if you know how to keep yourself safe, and then the better you are knowing the safety mechanics of any position, then you will have lesser fear. And because of lesser fear, you will be able to progress and explore further with your practice, and then you'll get better with it. But before I show you how to bail out from a handstand, we'll try to look at the stages of your handstand practice where you will be stuck because you don't know how to bail out safely. The first thing that you will be stuck with is on the wall drills. If you don't know how to come out of a vertical position in a handstand safely, you will be very scared to go closer to the wall. And then that will be a big problem because going closer to the wall is the only way to get better with your handstand practice, especially when you're building endurance as a beginner. Once you have built enough endurance in your wall drills, and then you are ready to progress to balancing because you're already strong enough, your arms and your shoulders are strong enough to support yourself, but then you still have that fear of falling, you will be missing out a very important drill for balancing your handstands. One of the most important beginner drills in learning how to balance is the chest to wall heel press drill. This drill will teach you how not to fall under when you kick up into a handstand, and is one of the 2 most important drills that you will need in order to learn how to balance. But this will be too risky to practice if your bailing technique is not good enough yet. So in order to progress with your hand balancing practice, you need to make sure that bailing out safely has to be second nature at least. Another common limiting mistake when you are kicking up at the center of the room is under kicking. And one cause of not kicking enough is the fear of falling over. Once you have a good bailing technique and the necessary finger strength to prevent yourself from falling over, you will be more comfortable to kick stronger and catch your balance. Of course, before practicing over kicking in your handstand, make sure that you have a good finger pressing technique, which I covered in the previous video. Depending on where you are with your handstand practice, bailing safely will come in different forms. The first level where bailing is required is when you are learning the chest to wall drills. You need to go closer to the wall to do it effectively. But it will be too scary for you to do this exercise if you don't know how to bail safely from this position. So you will end up cutting short with your progress. The next level is when you're learning to balance while you are facing the wall. This drill would be very scary for beginners, and definitely you will need a good bailing technique in order for you to do it safely. This is more of a coordination practice, so you will get familiar with the sequencing of the movements of your hands and legs in order to bail safely. First, climb up into a chest-to-wall handstand position. Go close enough to the wall at your comfort level. Then from there, you will need to decide to which side you are going to bail. If you're going to bail from the right, the sequence will be step forward with your right hand first, then lower your right leg, then the left leg. And if you are bailing out to the left, it will be the reverse. So that means you have to step forward first with the left hand, then the left leg, then the right leg. Eventually, there will be one side that you will be comfortable bailing out with. But as for now, because since you are still new to the practice, just practice on both sides. So that means do one on the right, do one on the left, and then try to keep alternating them. And then keep practicing this sequence of movement until it will become second nature to you. Then you slowly go closer and closer to the wall. Once you have established a good endurance on the wall handstands, and you have learned the finger press balance drill, which I have discussed in a previous video, it is now time to progress your handstand practice to the next level. This exercise will literally expose you into an almost falling scenario in a more controlled manner. I suggest doing this practice only when you are very comfortable with the level 1 exercise. The sequence is the same as the level 1, except that you have to lift both feet off the wall first before you step with your hand. By now, you should have figured out which side you normally bail out. You can just practice with that side. Go to a chest to wall handstand, hold the position for a while and try to lift both feet with control and find that balance. Allow your handstand to go over balance, then step forward with your hand followed by your leg in the sequence as level 1 exercise. That means if you fall onto the right, right hand first, right leg, then left leg. And if you fall onto the left, left hand first, left leg, then right leg. It is going to be very scary at first, so try to take it easy and slowly go closer and closer to that falling feeling before you step forward. You're gonna get better with it, and then you're gonna need it if you're going to kick up at the center of the room in the future. And that's it for our video today, and I hope you have learned something. Just remember, in training with your handstand, consistency is the key, and then just make sure you keep yourself safe, and then you will see a very good continuous progress. See you in the next video.